Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Asad Yaqub here. This video is all about IELTS speaking in 2024. Okay, what's going to happen with IELTS speaking in 2024? The topics which are important, cue cards which are important, speaking part 3, and two important speaking types. One is remote speaking, which is done online, and second is physical speaking. So I'm going to discuss all these things from examiner's point of view in 2024, whatever is going to happen. Now, let me tell you, in 2024, most of the speaking tests will be conducted online. They call it remote IELTS test speaking. What happens? There is a laptop, right? You go, as you enter the door, there's a door there. As you enter the door, instead of looking for the examiner, instead of seeing the examiner, you just see there is a laptop, and then there is that headgear, and you have your speaking test online. So this is going to happen more and more, as this is the part of their plan. They want to conduct IELTS test remotely. That is why they are giving you favors in computer delivered IELTS, because computer delivered IELTS is monitored by them directly. Like if it is IDP, Australia and Canada, they monitor all the tests and they do it from there. Now, anyways, let's make a start with speaking. As far as speaking is concerned, in 2024, there will not be any major changes in IELTS speaking part 1. Why? IELTS has been the same. Even today, they talk about hometown. 25 years ago, they talked about hometown. Okay? Even today, they will ask you your favorite color. 25 years ago, they asked you your favorite color. Because the fundamentals of humanity, or the basic behaviors of people, their attitudes, they are almost same. Okay? So the questions which are given in Cambridge IELTS books 1 to 18, these questions of part 1 are important. So as you prepare, I would advise you to go through all speaking part 1 questions, because in these books there are 72 speaking tests. So 72 speaking tests means there are around 72 speaking part 1 topics. So you need to go through all these topics. And by the way, speaking cue cards and speaking part 1 questions, they repeat them in actual IELTS exam. So for part 1, this is going to be the major thing in 2024. Along with these topics, they may introduce new topics, and they introduce new topics from time to time. And these topics are actually, they add new questions as well. And these questions are general questions on familiar topics. Now, what is a familiar topic today? Internet, mobile applications, software. Okay, so these topics are familiar topics, robotics, traveling to other planets and all that. So these topics are familiar topics. So they may ask you questions on these topics as well. And remember, whatever they ask you, it's not that you have a certain curriculum and you have to prepare from that curriculum and speaking test will come from there. Nothing will come beyond the curriculum. In 2024, if they ask you any question which is not the part of the curriculum which you've never heard of, you need to answer that question, as it is your speaking test, and they will never ask you general knowledge question. They will never test your IQ level. They will not test your knowledge on any topic. It's only English language test. If you don't know the answer, you can say, I don't know the answer to this question. Then in 2024, there are 3 months when they add some new cue cards and drop some old ones. And those 3 months are January 2024, April 2024, January, February, March, April, May 2024, and then there is September 2024. So they are going to add some new cue cards and they're going to drop some old cue cards. So the first 10 days of these months are important. Right? If your speaking is weak, or if you cannot handle the new topics, then you should avoid your speaking test the first 10 days. And after 10 days, as the students come and go from their speaking, so there are some people who actually publish the books. Like we've got very popular book by Dr. Kiranpreet called Makar from Indian Punjab. She's a fantastic lady. I've talked to her several times. So they have their book Makar IELTS speaking guesswork and all that. That book is really amazing. And they published that book in the month of January. Then that is May, and then there is September. So you can go through that book. You can just purchase directly from them and practice from there. Now, as far as speaking part 2, cue cards, and there can be some new cue cards as well. And again, they just see people's behavior, what is common. Like mobile applications are common today. 20 years ago, they didn't have any topics about mobile applications or internet this frequently, but now they have topics like that. Okay, now even they talk about artificial intelligence, they talk about internet, websites and all that. Okay, so in speaking part 2, there can be some new cue cards, and remember the bottom line is describe. They use the word describe a person, describe a TV program, describe a mobile application, describe a channel, describe a book. So they are going to, because whenever they start your speaking test, they ask you this question: do you work or study? And there are 3 types of people who appear in IELTS. Either you are a student, right? Or you are a professional, right? Or finally, you are a stay-at-home lady. So you can answer this question, and then they will try. The speaking examiner will try his or her best or their best to ask you appropriate questions. Okay. One more thing I would like to tell you when we are talking about 2024 IELTS speaking test, more and more tests will be conducted online. And just today, one of my students informed me that there were several glitches during his speaking test. Number 1, examiner did not show any interest in his answers. Okay, and the reaction of examiner was not positive at all. As a result, he lost his confidence, he lost his motivation, he was disappointed, and all these negative feelings overpowered his performance. And as he was prepared very well for speaking, but he underperformed in actual exam. So in 2024, a glitch is something like, examiner is asking a question and suddenly one word is mute, or there is some sort of noise or anything like that. So you need to ask them to repeat the question. And let me tell you, even if the examiner is not interested in your answer, you will get band score as per what you speak. Your band score does not depend on the mood of the examiner. Your band score does not depend on the fact that examiner is giving you positive feedback and you will get better band score. No, they record your test. And examiners are so good, in the first minute of your IELTS speaking test, examiner decides your band score. Rest is only formality. Okay, so don't worry about that. If examiner is yawning at you, examiner is not listening to you, examiner is bored and all that, don't worry about that. Examiner knows what is the right bench score as per your capability, but it doesn't mean you don't perform well. You only perform well in the first minute of your speaking test and rest of the test you ruin it. No, you need to perform from the beginning till the end, answer every question with full energy, full excitement. Even if examiner is not interested, you are interested, because it's your speaking test. There is that audio device on the table. If you think examiner is not listening to you properly, you turn to that audio device and speak pleasantly as if someone you love very much is going to listen to your answer. Speak pleasantly. So this psychological factor will help you perform well. Okay, so don't worry about that. So overall in 2024, IELTS tests will be held all over the world, speaking tests, and there are going to be some new cue cards, new speaking part 1 topics, physical exams, but mainly there will be remote IELTS speaking tests. Remote means online, okay, but you need to perform well and examiners will give you your desired band. In the end, I would like to share the case study of one of my students who complained right after a speaking test that examiner did not allow me to speak more. Whenever I started my answer, after 2-3 sentences, examiner interrupted me and asked me the next question. The same guy complained examiner was not interested in my answers. And when he got the result was 7 band in speaking. Okay, so don't worry. Examiners know, they know more than you. In the first minute of your IELTS speaking test, they know the bench score. Like, mommy knows about babies, you are babies, examiner is mommy. So mommy knows more than you, mommy knows better than you, mommy knows everything about you. Okay, so examiner will give you good bench score, you don't have to worry about it. And if examiner doesn't listen to you, talk to that audio device, because there is no marking criteria for facial expressions, body language and all that. Even if you don't look at the examiner, you speak to the recording device, you will get good bench score. So 2024 is going to be a year when thousands of you, those who are watching this video, now you can see the views on this video, all the people who have watched, you will get your desired band. And the people who have liked this video, this is my prayer. If you have not liked it, like it now, then I'll just pray for you, okay? People who have liked this video, they will reach their destination country and their every dream will come true by the grace of God. All the best. I also teach IELTS online all over the world and in campus in Lahore. If you wish to be the part of my online or in campus IELTS classes, my WhatsApp number is given. You can contact me for that. Asad Yaqub wholeheartedly wishes you best of luck. IELTS in 2024 is going to be an IELTS which you will do successfully, and this IELTS will take you to your destination country. Bye-bye. Adios. Allah Hafiz.